What if the most powerful part of you is the very thing you have been taught to fear? Within you, there is a darkness, a wilderness of rage, of envy, of fear, of ambition so ferocious it frightens you. The modern world tells you to suppress this darkness, to medicate it into silence, to pretend this shadow does not exist. This is a deadly lie, for a shadow suppressed does not die. It festers. It grows stronger in the dark. The Stoics knew that you cannot destroy this part of yourself, nor should you want to. Your great task is not to annihilate the darkness within, but to learn to command it. First, you must have the courage to acknowledge its existence. You must stop pretending you are made only of light. The greatest weakness is to be ignorant of your own capacity for evil. You must venture into the wilderness of your own soul and face the beast. This is not an invitation to indulge it, but an act of supreme self-awareness. You must know its strength, its hunger, its triggers. A warrior who does not know his enemy is already defeated. Look your inner darkness in the eye and say, I see you. You are a part of me, but you are not the master of me. This fearless acknowledgement is the first step toward sovereignty. Second, you must become a scholar of your own shadows. The darkness is not a senseless, chaotic force. It is a system of reactions, fueled by your judgments. You must dissect it with the cold scalpel of reason. When rage rises, you do not simply feel it. You ask, what judgment of injustice is fueling this fire? When envy whispers, you ask, what false belief about my own lack is giving this poison its power? When fear paralyzes you, you ask, what irrational prediction of the future am I consenting to? You must become a naturalist of your own dark ecosystem, understanding how each predator thinks and hunts. By understanding its logic, you rob it of its mythical power. It is no longer a demon. It is merely a flawed syllogism, and a flawed syllogism can be corrected by a superior one. The logic of virtue. Third, you must refuse to let the darkness command your actions. This is the great battlefield. Acknowledging the darkness is not permission for it to take the throne. When you feel its pull, you must exercise the divine power of your reasoned choice, your e prohairesis. You feel the rage, but you choose to act with justice. You feel the fear, but you choose to act with courage. You feel the envy, but you choose to focus on your own path. This is the essence of Stoic discipline. It is not the absence of emotion, but the refusal to be a slave to it. You let the wave of passion crash against the seawall of your principles, and you remain standing, unmoved. Each time you do this, you weaken the darkness's grip and strengthen the muscle of your will. Fourth, you must give the darkness a worthy purpose. This is the highest form of mastery. The energy of the darkness is immense. Rage is a powerful fuel. Fear is a sharpener of wits. Ambition is a world-moving force. The unenlightened man is consumed by this fire. The Stoic becomes its blacksmith. You must take the raw, chaotic energy of your darkness and forge it on the anvil of your reason into a tool for virtue. You channel the energy of anger into a relentless drive to fight injustice in the world. You transmute the hyper-awareness of fear into prudent planning and preparation. You harness the ferocious energy of ambition and aim it, not at personal glory, but at a great and virtuous work that serves others. You do not make peace with the darkness by pretending it is light. You make peace with it by putting it to work in service of the light. The wolf inside you does not need to be killed. It needs to be tamed, trained, and commanded to guard the fortress of your soul. True strength is not the absence of a shadow, but the courage to stand in the sun and command that shadow to heal.